Perfectly excellent.
Every time that little jingle just kind of lifts the spirits just a little bit.
Should we give a shout out to that jingle?
Shout out to Chester Copperpot, purveyors of the world's finest pop rock and roll music. Good stuff. Hey, how's it going, party people? Welcome to Perfectly Excellent. Back after a mini break due to the Thanksgiving festivities going on. But we're back. It's the both of us. We got a new topic. We got some invention exchange. We got all kinds of good stuff. How you doing, Alan?
I'm doing well, Tim. How about yourself?
I am doing okay. For the most
I was just
part.
thinking, like, we're coming back after Thanksgiving, and I'm excited to talk about the Grail stuff, but I wonder if we should have done, like, this should have been the episode where we talk about the things that we're most thankful for the year. And I'm not talking health, family, nonsense.
No.
I'm talking about the commerce that has happened over the years or entertainment.
Yes, like I am most thankful for Ruts Hut, where we are going on Saturday to get some lovely hot dogs.
Should we do a live stream from there? Should we live stream it?
I don't think anyone wants to see what happens at Ruts Hut. You got to go for yourself. You don't want it to be just a visual.
What happens at Ruts Hut definitely does not stay at Ruts Hut because I think at home.
But I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, I'm doing okay. But it's once again, I feel like it's just been a rough week overall. Work is definitely been draining lately, and I got my eyes on the prize. I got some time off at the end of the year, and I'm really looking forward to that.
I want to say too, you look almost like a year older since I last saw you. Happy belated?
Sure.
Birthday?
Yes. Yeah. My birthday was yesterday. I am
another lap around the sun. Congrats.
Even older than I was prior to that. Although technically today I'm even older than I was yesterday. So really, we should just celebrate me every day.
It's good. We don't want to. There's only 365 days in the year. You gotta space it out.
All right. Well, speaking of celebrating, do you want to celebrate some recent acquisitions? You want to do an invention exchange?
Let's do it. I would love to talk about that stuff.
All right.
Perfectly excellent.
It's time. We buy things. We buy lots of things.
It's time to talk about the things we've bought.
Time to talk about it. What did you buy?
I can show you what I bought, but that'd be funny if we actually just, instead of doing our invention exchange, it's actually our shopping exchange. I
bought some granola
live on stage. Well, this is an exciting one for me, and it's almost 6 months to the day since it was released, but I have finally obtained a Switch DOS.
Oh, you failed.
I failed. No, I did not fail. Black Friday failed me. So there happened to be, surprisingly, for a console that's only 6 months old, Walmart, Target, and Amazon all had it on sale for $50 off. Mm-hmm. Plus, a Target Red Card took it down another $22. So it's kind of hard to say no at that point. So
all right. Did you get the bundle that has Mario Kart?
I did get the bundle with the Mario Karts, but I played a little Mario Kart, but I'm more excited. Right now I'm playing Patapon 1 and 2, which is a Switch 1 game, but looks great on the screen. This is like old man screen size. So
it does look large.
It is like very large. I have a grip case on it, so it's very, very thin. It's crazy just how thin it is, but you can see I have like extra grips in a case because my old man hands can't handle the slimness of it all.
They are feeble. You have very feeble hands.
Yeah, but so far I'm loving it. I actually just got it like a day or two ago. Mm-hmm. I originally ordered one from Walmart. That one is MIA, and then the Target deal popped up, so I jumped on that. So if the Walmart one shows up, I'll return that. But yeah, I'm excited. It's so far so good. It's been great. Not life-changing, but I'm excited to have it. After 8 years with the original Switch, however long it's been, it definitely feels like an upgrade. The menus are fast. Even browsing the eShop is faster. Games load faster. Like, it just feels like a more modern Switch, which is great with a bigger screen. So I'm in. Game on.
All right. Well, congratulations on
Thank you.
your new acquisition.
But again, tomorrow I think would be 6 months since it is like officially released. So
All right.
could have just held out one more day.
Have there been more games that have come out since then that kind of helped tip the scale?
There has not. So there's still really like not a lot of Switch 1 games. Metroid Prime 4 came out today, which is a game that has been coming, I think it's, I don't know, for 10 years now. It's been ages since they've been working on that one. But I have not finished Metroid Prime 1, 2, or 3 yet. So I'm not in a big rush to pick that one up. But it looks good, and I've heard people are enjoying it. So kudos. But there's other things. I'm looking forward to playing Star Wars Outlaws. So I have that coming on Friday. And then that's it. So yeah, excited. What new stuff you got on your desk there?
So mine actually kind of ties into our overall Grail topic today. This is one of those things that I've wanted forever, and I'm sure a lot of people will see it and not really think it's a super big deal. But it is.
Yeah, it's perfect because I've wanted this for 6 months.
Yeah,
I've wanted this forever.
Forever. So this is something that I've wanted for such a long time that when I was a little kid, and my grandparents would take us to a restaurant called the Casa Hofbrau. They had a fountain in like the lobby, and I used to throw pennies into the fountain and wish for this.
Okay, I am intrigued.
That's how much I wanted it. And I had like a crummy one that I got at a garage sale when I was probably like 12 or something like that. But like a good one has always just been too expensive. No matter what station in my life I'm in, no matter what my salary is, it has always been just too much more than that.
It's just got to keep outpacing you.
Yeah. So this is one of those things where I just sort of went, I'm going to just do it. And I probably even overpaid a little bit for it because it was complete, and finding a complete one is tough. And it's actually something that you have as well. But I finally got myself a complete, with scalp, with gun, with everything, 12-inch Kenner Boba Fett.
Oh, very nice. I do not have the gun. Mine is not complete, but that's glorious.
I have wanted this again since I was a child, and I mean like a small child, probably like when I was like 9 years old is when I really is when I became aware that it existed. Because when I was, like Return of the Jedi age, I don't think I even knew those were things because they were kind of gone by then. But as soon as I discovered it, like I've wanted one ever since. And like I said, I had a beater one that had no accessories at all.
Sure.
But I've just always wanted this. So
congratulations, Mazel Tov to you. Happy birthday.
Like I said, I have probably overpaid. It's in really nice condition, but it's not flawless. It's got a couple little bumps on it here and there. But
I'll have to contrast and compare. That's awesome. I'm excited for you. That is a really cool thing. And as you said, you said that I have it. I don't know that I technically do. I mean, there is one right there, but I'm pretty sure it's my older brother's. Like I don't think I owned that as a kid. I think he did. So there's one in my collection, but possibly not mine.
That's okay. But this is just something that I've wanted forever. So I'm really, really excited about it.
Now let me ask you a question. Is this ignited? Are you going to get more of these figures in this line? Because there was no.
I had a bunch of them. Like when I was collecting from flea markets, like before anybody thought they were worth any money. So I had a bunch of them, and I got rid of all the rest of them. So I don't need them.
Got it. Yeah, those I never collected those. I've only had the ones that like we had, growing up as kids, and I think I have like Han, Vader, Stormtrooper, and C-3PO and Boba Fett are the only ones that have lived.
Yeah. I had Darth Vader, I had Chewbacca, I had a Stormtrooper, I had Princess Leia, and I had Boba Fett. And none of them were great condition. I think Princess Leia was the only one that I didn't have her comb.
Oh.
I don't know. None of them had all their pieces. Yeah.
And he's like, I mean, they are well played with, but these
that is one thing. Even though there's a little like there's some sort of like plastic like burn mark or something here, like a little melty bit there, which I don't love. the joints on this thing are really tight. Like this
nice.
is it's really nice.
Yeah, because these guys always, I had them on the shelves, but they would eventually like tip and fall over. So it's a lightsaber.
But anyway, this is a big one, and I'm hopeful this is the first of many like long time wants finally coming into my collection. Because again, like we talked about, when I got rid of a lot of stuff and I started doing a lot of eBaying, I'm refocusing. I'm doing the important things.
Yeah,
and that
that's awesome.
segues nicely, I think, into tonight's main topic.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's get that started.
Perfectly excellent.
A Grail?
That was a little louder than I thought it would be.
Someone's been posting old like catalogs on Blue Sky, like the old Sears and Toys R Us stuff, and I just love looking at them. Lots of great feelings.
That is actually where I pulled most of those. I get them from Battle Armor Dad. The person I follow who posts a lot of those, and I love those.
Yeah, it's always nice to look at, and the prices too are just wild. But we're also going back 20, 30-ish years, so that's great.
So we were talking about again a lot of this, like a lot. This has been on my mind a lot. What are these things that I have always wanted? And since it's both of our birthdays are in December, the holidays are in December. Lots of wish listing sort of stuff goes on this time of the year. So we were talking about like what would be on like our ultimate wish list if there was some sort of magic being that would come and deliver us presents where price was not a factor, space was not a factor, availability was not a factor, practicality, which is sort of space, is not like if it was just our dream and we did not have to do anything other than receive it and enjoy it. What are the things we want the most?
Yep. And we're focusing on toys this round because I think this can there's a lot of categories this can go down, right?
Yeah. Because like I could do one just of records, but I think we can do a generic sort of non-toy one at some point.
Sure.
Which I actually think in some ways would be even more ludicrous than this, because when you're not constrained to toys, you can say things like Corvettes, which I don't want a Corvette, but like you can really kind of just go all out for the wackiest stuff.
There are definitely some things that I thought of when we were doing this that didn't fall into the toy category. So we'll have to come back and do the all out list. Though I'm eager to see what you came up with, because I feel like I don't know. I have a feeling this conversation will have a lot of aha moments and be like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I should add this. Because my list is, I don't know. We'll go through it and talk about it, but I don't feel like I've got like really like grails that I'm searching for, and I'll explain that as we go through it.
Okay. Well, I actually don't remember which one of us I put first, so it'll be a surprise. So one of us is going to start talking now with number 6, which I guess is technically our honorable.
We're not going to talk about this image at all, though. It's like
it's the Grail.
I understand. It's just it's wild.
We had to start it off somewhere, right?
Sure. I wouldn't mind having one of those Jawas, but I don't even know what they go for these days.
I don't either. I do actually have a reproduction one of those just so I can put it on my shelf, because like I could never justify paying the inordinate price tag to get a vinyl cape Jawa.
Yeah.
It's a Grail, but it's not a Grail that's on my list.
Same. All
right, let's see who's first. It's you.
Oh,
you're first.
I am first. Okay, yeah. So now again, taking the toy category with some leeway here, because these are actually statues. Now, there's someone I follow on Instagram that is, I guess he works for one of these companies, or he's just incredibly wealthy and buys every single one. And he does these videos of him assembling these, and it's great, with the gloves on, like the cloth gloves, putting all the pieces together. These statues are gigantic and they are incredible. And I mean, he's got so many of them. I don't know that they're actually licensed, because they always come out in very, very limited quantities with very, very high price tags, but they just look amazing. And I mean, looking at these pictures, these are all Legend of Zelda statues. So in the top left, we have Link from the Minish Cap, one of my favorite Zeldas. We have Wind Waker down below. Like, they just look phenomenal. And again, they're like bigger than life. And
Yeah, explain. Like, I need a little context there. Define gigantic. How big are these things?
I mean, some of them are like they're huge. Like big,
like feet.
Like maybe like 2.5 to 3 feet.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Like some maybe not. Some maybe just about like, I don't know, is that 2 feet sitting on the desk? But I mean, they're not SMall. They're definitely not small. And again, they have the price tags to back that up because they all go for hundreds of dollars. Not huge hundreds, maybe like probably 500 and up, which is
that's many.
That is many of dollars, yes. But they just look so spectacular. And again, this one, money, yeah, but the space for these, like I would have nowhere to put these. And every now and then I look at one and I think about it, like getting it, but I don't know. This is a definite grail for me that if I had infinite means and infinite space, I would have a room dedicated, just absolutely filled with all of these.
I think that's a good thing. As we go through these, let's talk about very specifically like what's keeping them out of our collections, because I think it'll probably, I know on my list it's going to vary quite a bit.
Yeah, this I would say the size of these, the space is the first thing. Money, like I could probably scrounge up for one, right? Especially as we're selling things off. But you look at them and you're like, oh, that's not bad. It's only $700, and you're like, oh, wait, that's the deposit. So no, never mind. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's something.
Yeah. I don't. And the crazy thing is, they always sell out. So someone is buying them. Someone has an amazing collection of them, and that someone is not me.
All right. So my number 6 is also kind of my honorable mention.
Oh, okay.
And the reason why this is my honorable mention is because this is something that I wanted really bad when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. It's not necessarily something that I still want really bad. Like getting this would placate, 12-year-old Tim. Well, maybe not 12, maybe like 9-year-old Tim. Mm-hmm. I don't get me wrong. If someone gave one to me, I would love to have one, but I do not have 7 feet of space for this. So that's a big deterrent. And also to get one that's complete. I mean, we're going into the thousands now at this point for one of those. So while I would love to have it, and if our magic gift delivery alien was to just hand one to me, I would very happily accept it. But this is mostly just something that I really wanted when I was a kid. So it's not a current yearning, but I felt like it's one of those things that I wanted to call it out because it's a long time thing that I really wish I could have had when I was a kid.
Got it. So let me ask you a question about this. Did you have a friend who had it growing up?
So I had a friend who supposedly had it growing up, but I never saw it because he had parents that wouldn't let kids in the house.
Oh,
I don't know if you ever had any neighbors like that, like you just were not allowed to go to their house for whatever reason.
Yep. I had neighbors with plastic all over the furniture, so we were not allowed in there. But
so, supposedly this kid had one. David, my literal next door neighbor, supposedly David had this, but I never saw it.
Well, I had a friend who had it, a friend whose house I went over to frequently. Oh, hang on, like it's right over there, and I did see this and play with this as a kid. Yeah. My memory of it, like we've seen this at toy shows, and it's big, but my memory of it as a child was gigantic. Like I would have sworn this was 12 feet long as a kid because it took up like almost the entire wall of his room where it was. And it was amazing. I remember it had like elevators coming up for like the planes, and it was a wild.
But just look how big it is into comparison to those children, which is why I kind of left this one in there. Like that is a ludicrous toy.
Yeah.
So anyway, that is my number 6, my honorable mention. Would love one, but not super pressing.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yep. Again, this one. Have you seen this before? You're familiar with this one?
I don't know that I've seen it in this box before, but I know they redid it a bunch of times. So I have seen versions of this.
Okay. Well, I've included the pictures of me from my birthday party when I was a child. I'm not sure what year that was, but there was this birthday in particular.
Maybe 2013?
Yeah, probably 2013 sounds about right. But this birthday party, I had, I don't know how my parents did it way back when, but Darth Vader and a stormtrooper came to my party. I immediately ran upstairs and grabbed what I learned when looking this up was called a laser rifle. I would have thought it was a blaster, and I was, as you see, I was overpowered by the stormtrooper. But a couple things from this birthday party. One, ever since this birthday party, I've always wanted a stormtrooper helmet. Like, I was so psyched to walk around. I got to wear it for a little bit and just play around. And ever since that day, I wanted a stormtrooper helmet, which it wasn't until probably a couple years ago with the Hasbro one that I actually got one. But this laser rifle, like one of the oldest Star Wars toys that I can remember getting and playing with and just loving. I would love to get this one again.
Do you want one in the box, or do you just?
I don't
imagine they're not super pricey out of the box.
I have to look again here, and I could pull up eBay while we're talking and take a look and see if there's any that are for sale. Last time when I had a thought to track one of these down, it was not obtainable at the time. It was definitely pricey. And I think it is a pretty rare thing to get, especially if you want one complete, which has the little stock in the back. Even better if it's working, because I could have sworn it played sounds and the things spun in the front. But I love this thing. It's just, again, along with that Stormtrooper helmet, this is peak Star Wars childhood nostalgia for me.
Yeah.
And let's see if I can find one on eBay right now.
Yeah, the funny thing is like in my travels, especially like in the late 80s and early 90s, when I was doing like the garage sales and flea markets with my mom, I don't remember ever seeing one of these. I remember seeing the Han Solo one a bunch, but I don't really remember this one. I even remember like the light, the inflatable flashlight lightsabers. But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one of these in person.
No, it looks like there's like and I'm just browsing. There's a one from Empire Strikes Back up on eBay for $750. Let's see.
Do you want one in the box? Is that an important thing to you?
Not necessarily. I mean, here's one that's incomplete for $75, so that's actually not bad.
Yeah, you don't want to buy an incomplete one though.
Yeah, again, the complete is good, and I don't see any that are complete. I wonder if it'd be cheaper to track this down or get an actual prop from the movie of one of the guns. But yeah, I'm not, just a quick search, I'm not really seeing any. Oh, here's one for $1,600 in the box.
Wow, I would not have thought it would be that much.
Yeah, here's one in awful shape for $110. So this one, again, like other things on my list, this one might be obtainable in some format, but I guess trying to get one complete would be
tough.
Would be the stretch.
All right.
Yeah,
well, I'm surprised that there's so much. Like I would have figured you could probably get one for like, $75, but that's surprising.
Yeah.
All right. So what's my number 5?
Hey, we're full on weapons now.
Yeah. This is the LJN Voltron sword. So it's about like 26, 28 inches. We had one of these when I was a kid. And the main reason that I don't have one still is condition. These things break like that. The handle, ours broke off. So we actually had like a wooden sword that we put in the hole to just sort of have something on it. These are really hard to come by, not broken. They're even harder to come by with all of the stickers. The stickers
like split at the seams too.
They did.
Yeah, I might have had one of these or played with it. And I remember it was just like it was like you could squish it because the seam was all like ripped on the side.
Yeah, there's actually one on eBay right now that's pretty okay, but that's where this picture came from. But it's missing stickers on the other side. And like, if I'm gonna get one of these, I'm gonna get a good one. I'm gonna get one that has all of the stickers. So I just never see one in a condition that I think is acceptable.
So this is something you had as a kid.
Yeah.
Like the laser rifle I had, and just,
lots of good memories. And like, it's out of screen. You can't see it, but I have 2 of these cases just full of nothing but Voltron stuff. Like Voltron is one of those things that I've collected for a really, really long time. So I would love to have one, but finding one that's not beat to hell is extraordinarily challenging.
What year was this made?
84, I think.
Mm-hmm.
84 or 85, but I'm pretty sure it's 84.
Did it come with any other accessories, or was just
Nope.
the sword?
Just the sword.
Awesome.
Yeah, love it. I again would love to have one, but I'm not buying a crummy one.
Have you thought about forging one out of steel?
No, I want this one. You know, as much as I like Voltron, and like I'm sure they've made other cosplay like Voltron swords. Cool, but I want this one. This is the one that we had when I was a kid. This is the one I want.
No, I get it. Like, and as I looked at the laser rifle, I didn't even realize they released the Empire version of it. But like, you know, mine said Star Wars on it.
Yeah, yeah. So you need... I totally get it.
All right. No, this is awesome. That's I did not see that one coming. Very, very cool.
All right. So for you, we're still in Star Wars land.
We're still in Star Wars land. And this is another one that, like, I think this is probably the most easily attainable on my list out of things, because I've looked these up from time to time. But let me take a step back. Like, this is another one that I remember playing with my older brother non-stop. Like, we used the elevator, the garbage smasher, or the trash compactor at the bottom. Like, this was our home base when we played Star Wars. I just can't tell you how much I love this, like with the laser cannon on the top. And just, I thought Skeleton Crew paid a homage to the elevator in this, but I think I was mistaken. You know, it was the episode where they find the map to add and the elevator closed. And I was like, is that the thing? But I got all excited. This was just like the quintessential Star Wars playset. And anytime it was time to play like Star Wars, this is what me and my brother used. And again, it just, I don't think these are crazy expensive, but this one, maybe it's not even as big as I remember. Again, like the flag, I remember this being gigantic as a kid, like just a tower, you know, and the elevator. If you did the elevator too hard, you raise it up, like the whole thing would just break apart, which happened like a lot. But we love playing with this. I think we lost that insert like artwork thing early on, and then all the foam bits from the trash compactor were gone. So my mom cut up sponges and gave like threw those in there. But it was really fun to twist the knob and squish everybody. I don't know, just like again, spend a lot of hours sitting at this thing, you know, on the floor and having a good time. It'd be really cool to have in the collection. I don't know space wise, like if I have the space for it anywhere, but let's check budget wise. So this came out in 1978.
Yeah, I was going to say, so this was your brother's, right?
Again, I would think a lot of this stuff was probably his, but we played on everything together.
All right. Because I never had this. I did not know this existed until I saw it in books when like I started looking at like collectibles books in the late 80s. I didn't even know this was a thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my Star Wars playset was the Hoth base with the collapsible bridge. That was the one that I spent an inordinate amount of time. I had that and I had Dagobah. Those were the two that I played with the most.
Dagobah is a good one. Yeah, I have to look that up. This parts of this vanished over time. The lasting thing we had was the elevator shaft, which must have just gotten tossed out at one point. But I'm looking on eBay right now. There's one that's in the box, says complete excellent condition for $650. So again, probably one of the more obtainable items on this list today.
But certainly not cheap. That's a lot to throw down for something like this.
Not cheap. And again, if someone gave me this, I would be ecstatic. But it's not one of those things, you know, that I would never probably go out and purchase myself. As much as I would love to see it. Again, if I had billions and billions of dollars, well, first of all, I would donate all of that. But if I had millions or just enough, I would have a collection of some of these, like, you know, again, the laser rifle, just the ones that really are in my heart, like from way back when.
Yeah, totally.
And you know what? As I look at this, I don't even know that we ever had like the front of that gun on the top. Those pieces must have either broken off or lost, because I don't remember it being that long and sticking out that far. It was definitely a lot shorter than that, you know, at least in my mind. I think that gun and the elevator shaft both existed for a while, and then everything just vanished.
Sort of vanished. Yeah, that's how it goes. Sometimes you know where they went. Sometimes you absolutely don't. All right. So for me, this is one of those items that I did not have when I was a kid, but wanted really badly. So this is the Dino Riders Tyrannosaurus Rex, which is probably the marquee piece in the Dino Riders line. And this is one of those things where the thing that's keeping it out of my collection is a combination of cost and condition.
Oh,
this thing has a billion pieces. They're all extraordinarily fragile. And all of the gray has a really bad habit of turning yellow, like Stormtrooper rot.
yikes.
So finding one that isn't broken, that's complete, that hasn't Stormtrooper rotted, you're going to probably be paying over $1,000 for one of these at this point.
Wild. What year about was this one?
87 or 88, I would think.
That's crazy. It goes that much for a complete one?
Yes. Yeah. If you want the dinosaur with a piece or two, you can probably get one of those for like 50 to $100.
Okay.
But if you want all of the pieces, all of the figures, and it's not broken, because these are very fragile, these things. I had other Dino Riders, like the much, much smaller ones, and they break very easily. But yeah, trying to get one of these that's actually in nice shape is going to be really, really pricey. I would love one. It's actually something that I do have a saved search for. So I am actively hunting one, but it's going to be one of those things where I would have to see it at just the right time. And it would have to be at a really solid price for me to convince myself and my wife that it was a reasonable purchase.
Got it. Is that Shrek on top of it?
Yes. No, I'm sorry. That's Jim Carrey's The Mask.
Oh, got it. It's hard to see. This is what I didn't see this one coming. The Voltron sword, yes. The Dino Rider T-Rex. That was a surprise.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you have any Dino Riders?
I don't think I had any Dino Riders.
Yeah, we had a couple. I think we had 3 of them in total between my brother and I. And they're awesome. They're freaking dinosaurs with robot parts. Like, I mean, it is a cool. So there was a cartoon too, but I have zero memory of the cartoon. I do not believe I ever saw an episode of the cartoon. So I don't know anything about these characters.
So one day Christmas, you just got a Dino Rider. Is that how it worked? And then
what I think it was probably commercials. Because, there used to be commercials once upon a time for toys. So I think that's how I ended up with a lot of the things like Wheeled Warriors. That's one of my favorite toy lines. And I'm positive that was mostly from the commercial. More like I watched the cartoon, but I watched the cartoon after I had those toys. The commercials with the Stack and Attack jingle, like that got me pumped up. I wanted those toys. So I'm sure this was another one of those things.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, this is a surprise. Good luck in your quest.
It's also just so badass looking. Like it is a cool looking thing. So
I have so many questions though.
Such as?
So I mean, were the dinosaurs were cooperative in the armoring process?
So I didn't know this when I was a kid, but in reading about them as an adult, the bad guy, like you see how this one has like a thing on its head?
Yes.
That's a brain box. The bad guys use that to warp them to their will. The good guy dinosaur rider people, they don't have the brain box. They communicate with them through like a medallion or something.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. Yeah.
So they're more friends with the dinosaurs, whereas the bad guys, which I think are called the Rulons, they control with evil terror the dinosaurs.
So could you liberate this T-Rex if we get rid of that?
I mean, I don't know if I could.
Yes, well, definitely not you. I mean,
could someone?
Someone? Yes.
Yeah, I think you could do that. Although since it's a Tyrannosaurus Rex, it's probably a little surly to begin with, so it might naturally be a heel.
Yeah, probably better with the brain bot going on.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. All right, that's a good one. That's a good one. Good luck.
Moving on to the winners podium.
Yes.
Number 3.
So funny.
Tell me about this.
So I love droids.
Yeah.
And as much as I love Gonk, my favorite droid has always been R2-D2 because he's kind of in my head growing up, he really held the galaxy together. Like he was the only one who knew what to do and when to do it. And I don't know, just something about, I don't know. I'm sure you've seen a life-size R2 at some point at cons and stuff. They just
I feel like they had them at like the Sharper Image in the 90s or some nonsense like that.
Probably. They look amazing. And this one is at Galaxy's Edge. You could actually buy this one. It is $25,000.
Yeah.
And it looks phenomenal. However, this year, Home Depot upped their game, and for a mere $300, you could get an animated R2-D2. And I've been following what people have been doing with this $300 R2, and it's been amazing. Someone is adding a periscope to theirs. You could take off the Christmas lights.
Oh, good.
You can get rid of those. Most everybody is removing the base and bringing the electronics up into the body, so it doesn't stand on that base. They're making it remote controlled. Like, it's just, it blows my mind that for $300 you can go into Home Depot and buy this. The challenge is you cannot find it, of course, because like everything that you and I love, someone is there to screw it all up, buy them and try to flip them and everything. But
how do you flip this on? I guess maybe you flip this like locally, like on Facebook or something like that. Because like you can't ship this on eBay.
No, and it's not a big flip. Like they're going for, I mean, it's more than I'll pay, but they're going for like $500-$600. But I tell you, if I walk into a Home Depot and there is one there, I am absolutely going to buy it, because it's just like I don't have space for it. I really don't. But it's just kills me that you could actually own an R2-D2 like a life size for $300. Like, I mean, flip back to the other one. It doesn't quite look as grand as the $25,000 one, but this one's got
some carbon scoring.
Yeah, this one's seen some action. Yeah. And this one's just, again, this would have to be a wealthy benefactor for this one, but the $300 one, if I could just find it somewhere.
So I do have to go to Home Depot to return some Christmas lights that I bought by mistake. So if I see one, should I just like sit on it and call you?
See it, buy it, and then we'll figure out, like if I can keep it or not. But I will definitely pay you back for it, and then return it, because I don't. There's no place I could put this. Again, I'm cleaning up, so it could maybe be right next to me here, right next to me at the desk. But
hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
In a bathroom, connect a toilet dispenser, a toilet roll, toilet paper dispenser to it.
Just come out. Yeah, I mean, the possibilities are really endless. And for $300, you can buy one for every room.
Ooh, that's true.
Yeah, but the Galaxy's Edge one was the Grail. This would be, I don't know what would you call it. This would just be tremendous to find. They actually have a life-size.
It would be weird cousin of Prime Rib.
It would be weird cousin of Prime Rib. You can get a life-size Stormtrooper as well, which again, I've been watching people mod that to do things like. Kudos Home Depot for the wackiness this holiday season. You really brought your A game.
No, that's good stuff. I like that. I like it a lot. All right. So for me, we are now going. This is the one that you knew was on the list because I'd been talking about whether or not it qualifies as a toy, kind of like your statues earlier. And I guess it just kind of does. It's a kid's record player. This is the first record player that I ever had. It was the Disco Dance Machine. The bottom bit is a speaker, as you would imagine. It plays records. It also had a microphone, so you could sing along with your records. So it was like an early version of a karaoke machine as well.
Amazing.
And I listened to the Blues Brothers record on this all the time. I listened to the Chipmunk Punk record on here all the time. Any of the Disney records that I had when I was a kid, they got played on this. Like the whatever one has Macho Duck on it. I remember listening to the Ghostbusters soundtrack on this.
How did you operate this? Is it just you pick up the needle and move it, or are there buttons to control it?
There's knobs on. Okay, so you see the circle on the left-hand side, the smaller circle that lit up, and right in front of it there are a bunch of knobs. But I'm pretty sure they were mostly. I think one of them turns on the turntable, and then the other one's volume for the record, and I think the other one is volume for the microphone. If I remember correctly. I don't remember how you adjust the speed, but I know that I played 7 inches and LPs on it.
Okay. How big was this thing?
Again, we're gonna have like, I was a little kid syndrome. In my head, it's freaking gigantic.
It's bigger than life, yeah.
Yeah, but like I've seen pictures. Well, I mean, I've even seen a picture. Like I have a picture of me with mine, but I've seen pictures of kids that are really young and they're taller than it. So it's probably only about 2 or 3 feet tall tops, but it is much larger in my memory. And the reason why I don't have one of these in my collection is because they do not exist.
Yeah, and I jumped on eBay just to see. There is not a one.
It is the second oldest save search that I have. I have never in my entire life seen one of these for sale. And I'm not surprised. Like it is big. Like even if it's not as big as I remember, it's big enough. Like who is hanging on to this stupid thing from the late 70s? Like nobody. They just don't exist.
This is wild.
Yeah, and if I found one, like if I found one of these with $1,000 price tag, I would have an extremely serious conversation with my wife, and we would figure out a way to do it. Like it's super important to me. I would really, really love to have this because this is the bedrock. This is the foundation of like my love of music is playing records on this thing. Those are all of my earliest memories of music are playing records on this thing.
Yeah, and I'm looking. I see like 1979, I guess, was when this thing was out there.
If you search for this, one of the pictures that comes up is the picture I put on the internet of me with it.
In the yellow shirt, is that you?
That's me.
Oh, that's so funny. It's like this says Disco Dance Machine commercial.
Oh no, not. There's a picture of me like I'm holding a guitar and I've got a bowl cut. I am wearing a yellow and blue shirt.
Oh, and there's someone else in the picture with you? Yeah, there it is. Okay. That is the second image that came up. That's so funny.
Because it's one of the few images on the the only ones that are really on there on the internet are there's a catalog, which I got this picture from, and there's screenshots of the commercial. But the picture of me is the only one I've ever seen of someone actually having it.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's all just, I see the ad with the kid on like the disco floor with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. So I would absolutely love it. I don't see this ever making its way towards me because I don't know who would have it. And even if you had it, you're not selling it on eBay. You're not going to mail a 3 foot tall jukebox. So this is probably only exists randomly in like Facebook or Craigslist or things like that.
Would you go for a reproduction if like we could build one from scratch?
Nah, it's not the same.
Got it.
I need the crappy one that I would be afraid to actually play a record on.
Yeah, I know that's going to destroy your records. Cool. All right, you got a lot of good surprises on here.
Yeah. All right. So what do we got for you? We got this thing for you. I feel like I've seen this before, or maybe I've just seen something similar to this.
Maybe. I mean, I have they've recently released a 1/12 scale version of this figure, but this is the 1/6 scale version by Real Action Heroes from the Breath of the Wild game. I don't know how I missed this. It's like, how did this come out and I did not get it is a mystery. I think at the time I might have just been intimidated by 1/6 scale figures, but I really don't have a reason for not getting this. I remember someone had posted something on Instagram. They posted a photo of it and I messaged them and they were telling me all about the figure. And then obviously I'm too late. And this is just now, it's not within the realm of, maybe I'll overpay for it. I mean, it's probably around $900 to $1,000 for this figure.
How much was it new?
I think it was probably like $200-$300.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So again, like that, not something I had as a kid. This is something that came out within, this decade, but it's such a great looking figure. And I would have given anything to been aware of it when it was available. But yeah, it looks really cool. I have heard that it is very, very fragile though. So there are listings with ones that have something like a broken arm or something like that, but they're still for hundreds of dollars. So not something I'd be willing to go for. It's funny because that same person I was messaging with, they shot me a note that there was like a bootleg version of this that was being released. It was called like Legendary Hero. and it had like just a ton of accessories and a lot of stuff. And I saw it, like I got the message. I saw it was only $45. I probably told you the story. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll buy it. And so I ordered it for $45. And then I get home and I looked at the deposit was $45. So the actual figure was going to be a couple $100, of which I have no intention of paying. So I'm just going to take the loss on that one. And it's been years now. I don't think it's ever coming out. So I think I've lost that $45 no matter what, no matter if it became a real thing or if it just never materializes. But yeah, this is something that if I have the space for it, I would love to have it. It's just the money for the cost for this one right now is way more than I'm willing to pay. Like $1,000 for a figure is just, I just can't do it.
Is a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, we'll get to that momentarily.
Well, hey, but still, number 2 on your list is definitely a cool looking figure.
There's another one that Real Action Heroes made, which is much more affordable. It's not from Breath of the Wild. It's probably from Twilight Princess, more of the classic green tunic looking Link. And that one you could get for a cheaper price, but this is the one that I really, really want.
Not being one who has played a ton of Zelda games, to me, I just look at this and I just go, I don't even know. I wouldn't know this is Link if you didn't tell it to me, because I so associate him with the green.
Yeah. And again, but the Breath of the Wild and Tears for the Kingdom are just like absolutely incredible modern takes on Legend of Zelda. I'm doing a quick search to see if there's even any of these available right now. Oh, here you go. Well, there's one for $620 right now. Let's see what's wrong with it. It's probably broken. See full description. In good condition, but please know its bow is broken and it's missing. So it's like something is going to break, but for $600, like I can't do that. Yeah. Even that is just too much.
A lot of money. But
here, $1,900, $1,100, $17. Yeah, it's all over the place with this guy.
This is terrible.
Terrible. It hurts. Here's the other one that I was talking about. It's actually from Skyward Sword, and you can get it for $225.
And if it's green, to me, it's the better one.
It is green, but it doesn't look nearly as good. So,
all right. So for me, second place is the Kenner Bounty Hunters. I am not a mint on card collector. I do not keep things in the box, but I've always wanted the full set of bounty hunters on the card. They've always been my favorite characters. When I was a kid, I did not have Forlom or Zuckuss, but I had the other 4, and they were absolutely like the linchpins of my entire Star Wars playing universe. You know, you said before that, you know, your favorite droid was R2-D2, and I think a lot of people would say that. My favorite droid has always been IG-88, and it's because of the figure. Like, that was just one of my favorite figures to play with. So these are items that I would love to have, but sort of like I was talking about at the beginning, like no matter what my station in life is, they have always been more expensive than I would be able to afford. Yeah. Yep. I know.
I was wondering, because I like you, I probably would have gone after all of the bounty hunters. So I don't know that I have them all.
Yeah.
But Boba Fett's not looking so good there. What are these even worth nowadays? Like, what do they go for?
I don't really know, to be honest with you. Yeah, I know Boba Fett on the Star Wars card goes for an inordinate amount of money, and I'm not really fussed about the card, to be honest with you. Yeah.
So I'm missing IG-88 and Dengar. I don't have those.
Yeah. But these are like I would put I wouldn't get them graded no matter what kind of condition they were in, but I would get acrylic cases for them. I would display these so prominently and so proudly, but I just don't. Like, the thing is, I'm sure I could get a couple of them, but I just don't think I'd ever be able to afford all of them. And it's Boba Fett. That's the problem.
Oh. Well, if you want to work out a deal for a Real Action Hero Link, let's talk.
So, yeah. These are.
I feel you on this quest though. Like it's funny because I think we talked about something. Anytime I feel like you do something Star Wars, like this is where you have to complete this. This is the the 6.
And again, this one again goes right back to my childhood. Like they were my 4 favorite figures. Like anytime I played Star Wars, it was always based around what they were doing.
Yeah.
And even Dengar, like I love Dengar because of him as a figure, because I knew he was part of this crew.
With his big hump on his back.
Yeah, sending this crew on adventures. Like they were always the good guys for me too.
Yeah, same thing.
They were never the bad guys. They were always the badass good guys. And I just love them. I absolutely love them. Even though they're on the screen for 45 seconds, it doesn't matter because in my Star Wars universe, in my head, they could not be more the main characters.
No, it was the same for me. Like Boba Fett was the leader of the good guys. Like he was always my favorite. Like, and again, I picked those up over the years back when these things were kind of like obtainable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hear you on this one. Again, happy to work out a deal. If you want to talk, we can figure something out. Because they're not doing me any good. They're just been sitting in a box all this time.
Absolutely love them. All right, now we got your number 1, and you've got a bunch of slides for number 1. So I'm going to ask you to prompt me as to when you want to go from slide to slide. Sure,
let's do it. So we talked about that Zelda figure at $1,000 or whatever. I couldn't do it. These I was aware of. Actually, I wasn't aware of the first 2, like Lone Star and Barf. I didn't know about those, but I somehow found out about this guy. I think again, someone on Instagram tipped me off that this dude was making the helmet and yogurt set. So these are 2 different sets here. This is the complete set of all 4 figures, but they were sold in batches of 2. These are custom made 1/6 scale figures that are impeccably detailed, all absolutely handmade, hand painted, all hand modeled and built accessories. And I was chatting with the Doggy Doc Designs as he was like teasing the helmet and yogurt set. I was so nervous. I'm like, hey, I want these. I don't want to miss out on these, like, please let me know when they go up for order. Because I think there's probably maybe only 20 sets in existence. Extremely limited. I knew they were going to be expensive. I was prepared to drop a significant amount of money on them. And let me just say that what I thought was a significant amount of money paled in comparison to what they actually cost.
Okay.
So again, even to see all of these on screen, and there's been a couple times when all 4 have come up for sale. Let's go to the next slide before we get into it. Like they're the accessories and the extras that come with these. I mean, just look at all he made the set of the little toys from, that he's playing, the different hands. He's got the different heads for Rick Moranis. The Schwartz lights up like it's actually illuminated. The lunchbox, the flamethrower. Let's see, what do we have? What's on the next slide? Is there more? Yeah, like stuff is just wild. I think they even come in almost like a briefcase with the foam padding cut out for these.
The alien doing the dance is really like I would buy just that if he would sell it.
I wish I could buy any of these, like any of these accessories. It's all just tremendous. What was the next one? Yeah, like just like look how impeccable they look. We can keep going through these. I know I was gushing over these, so that's why I put more. Like it's not just this guy who does it. Like I think he kind of spearheads it, but he brings in a crew of artists to make the different parts. Like some will be making maybe the designs, the cape or the clothing. Like it's all hand sewn, hand done. So I would imagine that if I tried to obtain these 4, I'm probably right now looking at $10,000 to $15,000 for this set.
And how much were they when they were new? So let's start. These were the first 2 you said.
These were the first 2. So probably when they were new, like this was probably about maybe $3,000 for these, and then I forgot. I think these came in a little bit higher. Again, I was thinking maybe 2. I got to whisper, like that's $2,000. Like I could have probably done that, but I remember again we talk about the deposits because the guy was really cool. Ahead of the time, before the pre-order went out, he sent me the prepared like thing that like, hey, this is the deal. If you want these, this is what you must do, and it was multiple payments of $700. So again, splitting it up was still might have made it easy, but I remember it was like, okay, there's $700 due now, and then you're gonna make another $700 there, and it was just like spread out payments of $700 until they ultimately shipped. I was crushed though. I just couldn't pull the trigger on them. But these are again appropriately number 1 on the wish list. That if I fell into an insane amount of money, well, I mean, you can't even get them now. Now the price of these is whatever someone will be willing to part with them are. And there's not, I said 20. I really don't even know how many full sets there are.
So I'm going to say one thing, and please don't anyone interpret this that I am talking smack about any aspect of these figures. These are unbelievable figures. But I will say, as perfect as that Rick Moranis Dark Helmet is, and as great as that yogurt is, I don't think these two are as good.
Yeah. And again, I could live without all 4. I really wanted the helmet and yogurt set.
I don't even care about yogurt. I would only, and here's the other thing that I will say. Like for me, if I could just buy a dark helmet, I would probably just buy a dark helmet.
Yep.
If you're going to have these 4 existing, how do you not have Vespa and Dot Matrix? Like, how do you not finish up the main crew?
She might be coming. Like, there's no telling that he's done with these.
There's a slide that makes me wonder, and that's this one.
Oh yeah, he's done a lot of other things. In between, and said he actually had one of the Spaceballs busts. I think he's got stuff over to what's his name, Josh Gad. Yeah, who's going to be and Mel Brooks. Like some of he's posted how amazing it's been to like get his creations in their hands. So they own, he maybe made extras of those. But again, this is one that's coming soon. Again, the Terror Dog, when you place it on the base, its eyes light up, and it's like you and I have talked about the Hasbro set of this, where it's like something I keep wanting, and then I look at it and I remember why I didn't buy it, because I just think Lewis doesn't look good, but this looks like ridiculous, right?
Yeah, no, it looks good. It looks really good.
Yeah,
this is I guess it's just unobtainium.
Yeah, I know one person who has all 4.
Oh wow.
So again, if I ever came into an insane amount of money, I would probably say, okay, name your price. Like, I want to take all of these off your hands. And I would just keep going until we hit a price. He'd say, no, I can't do it. Okay, no, can't do it, until it just became money that he can't say no to, right?
It's like, okay, you're about to buy me a house. I can live with that.
Yeah, I hope to one day like get to go see them in person. Yeah, this is the one to me that is like a grail, because it's not obtainable. Like it's just money, space, and time just not available to me. And I should have just sucked it up and bought them when I could have and just dealt with it. But it was like that conversation that purchase would have required a conversation, and there was no way to have that conversation.
I've had some very interesting conversations with my wife, including one that just happened yesterday. But I'll save that for when it shows up. She has been extraordinarily understanding and patient about the stupid things that I'm interested in. I do not think that in her biggest, most heartfelt caring about me in the entire world, she would go, oh, $3,000 for a figure. That seems reasonable. You can do that. And again, she would also never tell me I can't. That's kind of the thing. But like, I wouldn't feel right doing it. Like, even if she signed off on it, I would just be like, I'm a jerk. Like, look, what am I doing to this family?
Yeah, and that's how I felt. Like I felt like it could have maybe happened, but yeah, it was no. And I'm trying to find the email. Like I guess it's probably, I don't know when those came out, like a couple years ago, or when he took the pre-orders. I can't find it right now. I was just curious to see like what the actual breakdown was, because when I saw the price, I was like $700. Yes, I honestly I thought they would be $1,500, but if I recall, they were probably double that. Yeah. So it was just sucks because they are so good. Let's go look at them one more time before we switch over here. Not those. Yeah, you're right. Those two, but these two, just like.
Yeah, Dark Helmet is pretty good. Pretty good.
And the fact that they have the crushed helmet too.
Yeah. No.
And I'm pretty sure that Yogurt is on his knees. Like he has his legs extended behind him. Yeah.
All right. Well, should we get to my number one?
Yeah, we should get this guy on the show one day. Let's see if we can just talk to him about like he just crazy stuff that he does. Yeah, but let's do it. Let's top things off. Like, we saw your record player, we saw the flag, we saw the T-Rex. Like what tops them all? And it's the world's greatest monsters.
Yes, it's the show. So Shogun Warriors, like this is the mini one, but like the Shogun Warriors Godzilla.
Yep, I love that guy. I have one from you. You gave it to me. So
yeah, you can't see it in my thing, but like up above these shelves here is where I have my Shogun Warriors. You know, I have Godzilla, I have Raiden, Gay King, like all Guy King, all of those guys. The only American one I don't have is Rodan. Okay. And this is one of those things where it's price and condition, because he's real fragile and those wings are broken all the time. And the clasps in behind him that hold the wings in, those get broken all the time too.
Well, so, help me out with this though, like, because it looks like this, but it's not, right?
It's about 2 feet wide.
Okay, so
it's gigantic. It's the size of the Shogun Warrior like figures, like the big stupid robot guys.
I need a banana for scale here. Okay, so this is not SML. This is a giant.
No, this is a very like I have one in this scale because Super 7 made one in this scale, so I have a little one over there.
Cool.
But the real Shogun Warriors one, I would love to have one of these, but like I'm never going to be able to afford it. And this is one of those things that, again, no matter where my station in life is, this has been way too expensive. Like if you want to get one of these now, you're like a good one that's not broken, $1,300 to $1,800.
Okay, I thought you were going to say 1,000, but
no.
Still.
Well, we'll get to that in a second because this is sort of one of a couple of things.
Okay,
so I love the Shogun Warriors, and I love the Japanese figures that they came from, the Jumbo Machineders, and very close next to Rodan is the Japanese version of the Shogun Godzilla, the Jumbosaurus. So as you can tell, unlike this guy, this one actually kind of looks like Godzilla, whereas this one looks absolutely nothing like Godzilla, like at all. But I still love it because it's like the Godzilla I had when I was a kid.
Sure.
But this one actually looks like Godzilla. So I've always wanted one of these. These are also really expensive, especially because they weren't released in America. They were only released in Japan. Funny thing, you can see one of these in Pee Wee Herman's house in Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
Oh, really? In the beginning, the opening?
In his house, yeah.
So I vaguely remember that.
He has one
with his chesticles there.
There's a speaker in there. There's a string on back of him that when you pull it back, he roars when it goes back in.
Oh no, that must make it even harder to find one like in working condition.
Yeah, that either the string hasn't broken off or that it actually works in any capacity. So I couldn't tell you exactly what this goes for because I've only seen like buy it nows that just sort of linger on eBay for like thousands of dollars.
Okay.
So I would love that. But like, again, that's just sort of a whole pile of problems because there are a ton of jumbo machiners that never were released in America that were released in Japan.
Wow.
And these are all thousands of dollars, just multiple thousands of dollars. Like actually, some of them aren't, the blue one on the left, Tetsujin 28, you can probably get one of him for maybe $600-700 if you're willing to sacrifice some sticker condition. But most of these other ones, they're thousands of dollars. And if you want some of the bad guys, you're talking tens of thousands of dollars.
And what is it that makes them so expensive? Are they just rare?
They're super rare. They were only released in Japan. Japan in general, most places like the houses, the dwellings are much smaller. And these are 2-foot tall robots. So when your kid was done playing with them, you don't really have an attic to go put it in. You throw them away. So they're just exceedingly hard to find. You can find them, but they're so expensive.
I know we've seen like smatterings of these at toy shows, and you've pointed out like some of the more like insane and obscure ones.
Yeah, but like you don't see these very often. Like even the American ones, some of them, like Deimos, is a little harder to find than Great Mazinger, for example. And you're probably going to pay maybe $400 to $700 for a nice Deimos that actually has his missiles. It depends. I might be speaking out of turn because I got mine a while ago, so the prices have gone up since I got mine.
And there's never been like reissues or re-releases.
They are doing reissues right now in Japan, and they're coming out to around like $300-400. Not the problem, but so far they've mostly only been reissuing the ones that there were American versions of that I have the originals of. So like other than Mach Baron, they did Mach Baron, but I don't really want him. I want these guys. I want the wackier robot looking dudes. So I keep waiting for them to put out to do reissues of some of these, and I will definitely pick them up because like I don't have to have the original of these. These are just really beautiful, colorful display pieces. I had these when I was a kid. I'm a little young for them, but like I inherited some. Like I got the Godzilla at a flea market because like there weren't really many Godzilla toys when we were kids. And then my aunt's brother, which you'd think that would mean my uncle, but like, my mom's brother's wife's brother, absolutely
roommate.
Yeah, gave me a Guy King. So I had something to fight my Godzilla with. So those are the ones I had when I was a kid. And I have all of the US ones. But I really want to get some of these other guys, especially like I don't even know most of these robots, but they're just so wacky looking and so colorful. So Rodan's number 1, Jumbosaurus Godzilla's number 2, but like the rest of these are all, very close, very close in the running. I love these guys.
All right. Well, awesome. I look forward to the day when you and I are filthy rich.
Yes.
And I can come over and see all of your crazy jumbo machiners. I've got my Spaceballs figures. I've commissioned that guy to finish more Spaceballs figures.
You need a major a-hole.
Yeah, definitely him and like a whole squad. I need the army build like Spaceballs.
You need the major, and then you need the sweeps, creeps, and bleeps guy. Like that should be a 2-pack.
And then I also want a 1/6 scale Spaceballs 1. Just to like put on my roof or whatever. Man, dare to dream, right?
Very much so. Very much so. And that's one of the things that I want. If we could ever talk to someone within the toy industry that has ever researched this, I gotta know what the deal is with Spaceballs action figures. Like, how could the statute of limitations not run out on whatever deal Mel Brooks made with George Lucas to not make action figures for Spaceballs? That was 40 years ago. Like, how can we possibly not have official Spaceballs figures at this point?
So, $1 million question, or probably not even $1 million, like $43 question. Do you think we'll get figures for Spaceballs 2?
Probably, but I don't want those.
I know. Well, maybe. I mean, Rick Moranis is going to be there, so maybe there'll be something workable.
I mean, if his costume is exactly the same, sure. Okay, that'll work. But, I don't know. They got to do something.
I wonder
It's
if like,
ridiculous that they haven't already.
but I would love to know, like, has anyone even tried to inquire
Oh, I'm
about the
sure. I'm
license?
sure.
You think
I'm
so?
sure.
And you think they've just been told it's
Yeah, because here's the thing, like the Spaceballs figures I don't want like Black Series scale. I don't want like Mythic Legion scale. I want like Kenner retro, like reaction Spaceballs figures. That's what I want because that's what I
really?
would have had when I was a kid.
Okay. Well, I mean, I know there are 3D files of those. I have a yogurt that NJ Tree had made for me. And I think he even made me a helmet. But again, I get it. Like it's not
I
in
need
a
I need
physical
legit.
thing.
I need to feel that plastic. It needs to be that slightly rubbery, Kenner plastic.
Yeah. So, one thing we didn't talk about, like, let's say you actually got those, your number one. Like,
Yeah.
what would you do? Like, how would you have them how you have all the other ones displayed?
Yeah,
Or
kind of. Here, I'm gonna try to move my camera here a little bit.
okay. Because I'm just thinking,
Like I love the way those look up on top of that shelf. They're just like they're perfectly situated up there. So if I could just keep doing that like around like every room of my house, I would do that.
yeah, but not encased in glass, like bulletproof glass or anything.
I mean, if I'm wealthy enough to be able to afford those, I probably am wealthy enough to get better display options than I have currently. So I would think that yes, I probably would have some sort of, if for nothing else, it just keeps dust off of it.
Yeah, because I was trying to think, okay, if I had those Spaceballs figures, like, yeah, I mean, I would be so nervous about taking them out. I'd have to buy 2 sets. I'd have to be wealthy enough to have like ones that I keep locked away, and then the ones that I can actually play with and take photos of.
Cool. Well, hey, I think this was a lot of fun. Your list was very unexpected to me. I wasn't,
as was yours. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you were going to have any old things on there, so it was cool to see that Star Wars stuff at the beginning. But then as we started going through the list, like I did not see any of your stuff coming. I feel like mine was a little more predictable, especially just due to my affinity for like, the old toys like that. But
no, I don't know. I mean, like your Mr. Microphone, I didn't see coming. Your
Disco Dance Machine.
Disco Dance Machine. The Voltron sword, like I like that you had things like the Voltron sword because it's the same thing for me. Like I had that blaster when I was a kid, and like I loved it. I'm sure I destroyed it, but it would be cool to get. And the Death Star, it was just we're trying to capture that same stuff. Like I think it was a good mix of like the things we never had and the things we did have growing up, the toys that made us, so to speak.
Yeah. Because again, some of that stuff is just like, I have such fond memories of personally having it. Some of it is just like I always wanted it and never got it, and now I want it again. Like Boba here, like always wanted this, and like now I have one. And then like the bounty hunters on the card, like to me that's just sort of like celebrating like the most important figures that I have. Like I have Kenner figures, but like that is just like putting them on a pedestal to an extent. In a way that like I don't normally do, like, but those are super important ones to me.
Well, let's talk again. I need to raise money for some Spaceballs figures.
I spent too much on Boba over here.
Oh, did you? Yeah. We'll go out to like while we're talking about our favorite droids. I do still have this guy.
12 back.
Yep.
That's nice.
Yep. Card's taken a little bit of a beating over the years, but yeah, I've just always loved. Speaking of Black Series, like I know they've made it in the vintage scale, but I would love like that head, like that old weird R2D2.
Oh yeah.
Back you go. But yeah, let's talk. I need to raise some money.
All right. Well, we have to talk offline. We can't let all of the people hear our secret.
Our wheeling and dealing.
Yeah. But anyway, this was good. Hopefully we'll be back next week. I have no idea what we'll talk about next week. We have not broached that conversation at all. So we'll have to figure out something.
It's coming to the end of
the doing an end of the year list pretty soon.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's time to start wrapping it up and thinking about what were the greatest. And I've been trying to keep track of stuff like movies, TV shows. Like, I think I told you, I started my list of things I was looking forward to just to kind of keep me out of the dumps. And then I've kind of gone back and tried to rate those things. But TV wise, there was a lot of good stuff I watched this year. And I don't know that I saw a ton of movies, but yeah, it'd be fun to just kind of recap like what our top picks across the board were.
Well, I don't know if that'll be next week, but it's definitely coming soon.
Yeah.
But until then, I hope everybody has a beautiful, wonderful, fabulous weekend.
Yep. Thanks for sticking it out. See you guys.
Bye.
Perfectly excellent.